Phil Golobish was born and raised in Indiana and has been using the internet since 600 baud modems. That's supposed to be funnier. In this room. In 2006, he graduated from Marian University with a degree in communications and immediately found work delivering delicious Mike Sells potato chips. Not meant for the chip world, Phil spent a few years in the Indianapolis Museum of Art, where he helped artists and curators use technology to make new art. After the IMA, he briefly toured as a roadie with an Italian punk band. Coming off the road, Phil joined up with Slingshot SEO, a super smart internet marketing agency. That's where I met him. During his time there, the company would place 58th on Inc. magazine's list of 500 fastest growing businesses and 9th in Indiana's best places to work. In 2014, as VP of Client Services, Phil left Slingshot, then known as Relevance, to simply chill out, travel, and to work on his own projects. He chilled out by joining a lawn care crew and settled into the zen-like art of suburban grass mowing. One day, Phil mowed 28 lawns. He traveled frequently and made it to Okinawa and practiced karate in a castle. He also climbed Mount Fuji and proposed to his now wife, Anna, at its peak. Now, you'd think that's all impressive, but he, regarding personal projects, he started his own management consultancy, the Golobish Group, who focuses on professional services development. He's proud to say that in March, it will have been in business and profitable for 2 years. He started also the Skycurser arcade game project, and it's this project that his experiences with it that he'll share with us today. So please help me welcome Phil to the Spark stage. Woo!
Thank you, Brittany. Well, it's Skycurser, for all that know, and the socks that I'm wearing right now are a miracle because most of them at home don't look this good. So I didn't know that it was going to be a socks event. So anyway. Thank you for having us. Chris, this is great. Thank you very much for putting this on. Thanks for all the team and the other speakers. It's been great. So I'm working on a project. It's called Skycurser. And the inspirational thing that I'm going to talk about tonight is choice. And the choices that I've made that have led me to this whole project that I'm here to speak with you about. So it's called Skycurser. And we're talking about choices. And this is kind of outrageous, but the choice I made was I want to die a hero. And I realize that that might be a little bit grand, but I'm a grand person, and I want to die a hero. And so let's talk a little bit about what the Skycurser project is. Well, the Skycurser project, and this is probably going to be a shocker to most people, is an arcade video game. And you can see it up here. These are actual units. These aren't Photoshop mock-ups. These aren't, I don't even know how they do it with Illustrator or whatever. I'm not that good with all those things. But these are actual arcade games. And that is what the Skycurser project is. Essentially, we have 2 years ago, I sat down and I said, hey, you know what? I'm not doing anything. I'm about to quit this job that I don't like anymore. And I've made this choice that I'm going to start doing the things that I want to do. And I'm only going to do things that I want to do. And the reason I'm going to do these things is because the choices that you make right now are spending time here tonight, you have decided this is the most important thing in your life right now, right? Like you could be spending, you don't have to listen to me. Like I'm looking out here at, Deanna, my eyes are really bad. I'm very sorry, Diana, right? And I just that was good. It's totally unplanned that I could see your name tag from here. But you've decided that this was the most important way to spend your time right now. Everybody else here, thank you for coming tonight because I realize that this is the most important thing going on right now. Now, granted, you might be like, man, I'm having real huge regrets about this. This is not the most important thing right now. But if there's a message that I hope that all of you take away is that you have decided that this is the most important thing in your life right now. You're spending your time right here. Now, granted, this is all based off the premise that you only live once, right? Now, anybody out there that lives multiple times, you can just, tune out and you can be like, haha, sucker, I'm living a bunch of times. So anyway, I decided, and it rolled over in my head, and the reason why I decided to talk about choice tonight is because this game that I've been producing for 2 years is at the largest arcade in the world. So Galloping Ghost, it's in Illinois. They have over 500 arcade cabinets on the floor that you can play whenever you want. And when you walk into this place, the choices you have are, what did I just say? Over 500? You have over 500 choices. Now, granted, there's probably infinite choices because you could leave and you go across the street to the fantastic Mexican restaurant. Or you can sit down and you can play a game that you really want to play. And I'm making an arcade game, and this place just bought one of my arcade games, and I'm sitting in front of it thinking, oh my God, this choice that I have to make right now is a tyrant. You know, if you've all heard anything, the tyranny of choice. Have you heard about the tyranny of choice? There's so many different choices that you can make that it's like, oh my gosh, this tyrant, it wants me to make a choice. Well, I decided I'm going to choose, and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to play Lunar Lander. And I played Lunar Lander for about 2 hours. In a world of 500 video games that are definitely better than Lunar Lander, I played Lunar Lander. And so all that is to say is I made a choice about 2 years ago to start working on something that I really cared about. Now, there's supposed to be an image in the center, but don't worry about it. But all this is showing is these are other people that have made a choice to come and play my video game, right? So they're the most important things in their life. Now, granted, these are children. They're not very smart, and they can't make very good decisions for themselves. But in that point in their life, they decided that this was the most important thing that they were going to do. They made that choice. I'm going to move on. This is what the game actually looks like. Now, you might be wondering, Phil, oh my God, I would never play a game like that. You've got two hands that come out, whatever, but I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care if you don't play it because I got people in Illinois, I got people in Denver, I've got people in Utah, I've got people in, where else do I got? Indiana, I've got people in, hopefully very soon, I'll have people in Louisville, and this is all in the last 6 months, that are actually choosing to play my video game. It's pretty badass. And Chris, I told you I wouldn't curse, but I'm going to do it again. It's pretty badass. So that's what it looks like, right? So I need to talk about a couple more things before my time runs out because I'm not doing this alone. Other people have decided to choose and make this their most important thing in their life, at least for a couple hours a week. Chris Cruz, my long-term, lifelong best friend, he's actually doing all the art, so I can't take credit for this. But he is choosing every week to stop playing with his newborn son, which seems really crazy to me. But he's like, hey, maybe I can do both at the same time. He's splitting his time. He's made that choice. It's the most important thing in his world for that little bit amount of time when he's designing Gacky. See Gacky right there in the middle? He's got the skull with the little squirmy things coming out of it. The music you actually heard was also designed by Chris Cruz. And so you might feel, what do you even do in this game? Well, I started it, so it's mine. But Chris also makes the music for it. So he's choosing to make that music for it. I'm going to skip on to the next one. This is actually what the game looks like, and granted, I'm going to have to blame who's ever the IT person for making it look this slow, but I'm going to say it's in slow-mo right now, so it's not a mistake. But normally it runs faster than that. But that's actually what the game looks like in person. And if you want to go check it out, it's at Union Jack Pub in Broad Ripple. 25 cents a play, I'm going to spend all that money on booze. Move to the next one. So anyway, I've got about 30 seconds left, and I just wanted to reiterate, thank you very much for coming. You have chosen, I'm really bad at grammar, but you have made the choice. How about that one? I'll rephrase it so it doesn't screw up so much. But you've made this choice to spend with me tonight, and I want you to know that I'm spending my time here because I've decided that this is the most important thing. And so I urge all of you with 5 seconds left, make sure you're always doing the most important thing. Peace out.